Hot diggity dog, guess what? I found some jelly plates video that I have filmed and I forgot about the footage. Well, what does that mean? That means a bonus this week. So, a bonus video, I'm showing you here all of the random papers that I have got here. I have some painted on papers that already have a background. I have some slick magazine paper. I have old that looks like brochures or something. This is some of my old scrapbook and cardstocking colors. This is just painted stuff that maybe needs a few more layers on it. I really like these on the top, and to be honest, I can't even remember if I go back and print on top of those or not. But really, the point is, it doesn't matter if you have old scrapbook paper, whatever, grab it. We're going to play with it. I have two different kinds of brayers. Do y'all see how yummy-licious that brayer is right there? We've got some just regular tools. I suggest you grab stuff that you have around your house. Like, no need to go buy stuff. You'll find stuff to make marks with. I've used toilet paper holders, like the cardboard part in the middle, to make circles. Really anything and everything. Those are cardboard stencils that I took a cereal box and actually cut those stencils out. So the sky is the limit. If you haven't watched my hot glue gun stencil video, those are some of my hot glue stencils. You can do that really cheap, really affordable. Most of us have a glue gun at home and some glue sticks, and I will make sure to link the video up above where you can click on it and you can go watch how I made the hot glue stencils. So as you can see from this well-loved green jelly plate, this plate is seen as better days, guys. I use my stuff. So I'm not going to apologize for using my stuff, because some people have a brand new one and I don't believe in washing it either. So just like my stencils, life's too short to have to worry about that. And I have got several years of goodness out of this jelly plate. And it does get stained and it has crusty bits on it. And guess what? It's all good in the hood. That's fine. And you see, I'm just clearing off the brayer there, cleaning it off over to the side. Have you some underpaper that you can use? Because, I mean, really, any painted papers are deliciousness. Now, this is a plop plop pat method. If you're laughing to yourself like, what in the Sam Hill are you talking about, Tiffany? Well, this technique, I don't really press really hard until after I've picked up several layers. So whenever I do it, I just kind of skim over the top in like a plop, like little area, and then I move it over. And so it's about how much paint you have on your jelly plate. And so I kind of just tinker with it, and you know, I get lots of pulls off of it, but I like how they turn out. So, you know, whatever floats your boat. You can see here, I am taking those tags that I had over to the side and going to clean my brayer off on that, because goodness gracious, we cannot afford to waste that 99-cent craft paint we got going on. That is some sequin waste there that actually made those circles. You could also use bubble wrap. Bubble wrap makes good stuff. And you can see I'm going down there. That was a map. My whole page, like, I don't typically go down with the whole, like, bit. I, like, just plop and see. And then now I'm going to get down in it. I'm going to put some elbow in it and clean it, quote unquote, clean it off and get those last little giblets and riblets that you have. Riblets. What am I talking about? Oh my gosh, y'all watch me too. That's really crazy. And what I will say, guys, is this is Lucas paints, but you can use any cheap craft paints that they have at the Five and Dime, the dollar store, wherever they have it. You probably have some already. I mean, right now we're in quarantine. Don't go out to get you any craft paints. Make it work, guys. I'm sure y'all probably have some paints at home. And guess what? There is lots of recipes out there on how to make your own jelly plate. So, a little interesting fact about me is I am super frugal. Yes, I am frugal, guys. I like to make my money stretch. You know what I mean? Like, get the most bang for your buck. So, when I first heard about several years ago, when I heard everybody raving about that was made out of a piece of junk mail, by the way. Heard people raving about the jelly plate. I was like, hot dog, that thing's like 20 something dollars. I'm going to try to make my own first and let me see if I'll actually use it, and then I will decide if I want to invest in a jelly plate. Now I have like several different ones, but I am a proponent for going with a more economical way and then deciding if I really like it and I'm going to use it, and I don't mind spending money on it if I'm going to use it. So my suggestion is to go back and look and go YouTube handmade jelly plates, and there's lots of them out there, and that way you can just have something to play around with. And if you feel like you want to make the investment into the Jelly Arts gel plate, then go for it, but I don't necessarily suggest you just do it because I'm doing it. You have to love it when people call you in the middle of a voiceover, right? So I'm just going here with a random amount. Oh, I love that page right there. Goodness gracious, that's deliciousness. I'm going here with a multiple colors, and then I'm going to go in with some string, and that is going to be the quote unquote stencil there. I just like using the stuff that you already have, and I think it gives you a very cool, free-flowing, if you don't have a lot of stencils, this is perfect. Grab what you have and use it. I'm all about using what you have and repurposing things. So, if you haven't, I have a video like probably 4 years ago where I did household supplies and things that you have. And if you haven't seen, like one time I used the bottom of a shoe to make an impression onto a journal page, but you could do that right here with the jelly plate if you have an old shoe. And everything is free game, in my opinion, to try and see what makes really cool textures and marks. And also, if you have craft foam, you can make your own like little mark making tools. So my point here is to explore, try things, do the plop plop pat method, and see what cool things that you find that you like. I like just using part of a tag or a piece of paper and kind of pulling it up there. And as you see, that one right there already had a good bit of paint on it from a painted background. But hey, it's all good. I felt like it needed more layers. And, some people make their art be the actual jelly plates prints because you just keep layering and layering. I don't necessarily use it that way because you have to think a lot. And y'all already know. If you're here at this channel, if you're new, well, let me just clue you in. I am not going to think through. To me, this is like a therapy session. Like, this is just me enjoying going with the flow, not having to think, just putting the paper down, putting the paint down, putting the paper down, and boom, 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 go, go, go. Apparently, I got a message on my watch right there while I was going, but I don't really want to have to go through and think about the layers that go above or below it, so I just slap it down. Now, I like those ghost prints. Whenever it just has a little giblets of crust around the edges, that just does something to me. And it's a great way for you to try different color combos. So maybe you typically go with bright colors and you want to try maybe some earth tones. Here I'm taking the bamboo skewer Yes, I can speak. And I'm going in with the bamboo skewer to make the marks. So taking the end of maybe your paintbrush and, drawing and doodling and that kind of stuff, that could be fun too. Just try out different things. I'm going to turn you guys on to some music. And I do suggest here I'm adding Payne's Gray. I like adding some darker colors too for a little bit of contrast. But yeah, I'm going to turn you on to the music, let y'all watch me play with the jelly plate. I hope this has encouraged you to play, and make lots of painty messes. guys, popping back in. So if you want to do a TIFF clean off, this is as clean as I do it. I put the white paint on after the little jelly printing session and let a piece of the paper dry onto the jelly plate and then pull it off after it dry, and it's really good and crusty and awesome. So I thank you so much for joining me today. Glad that I was able to find this hidden video that I forgot about. I hope that you have enjoyed it on how to make painty goodness within your studio. So I let that dry, and now I'm pulling it off, and you can see the areas that I have, and it does technically, I guess, clean it off. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you will click the subscribe button, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, do what you do, my people. And until next time, toodaloo.